Good morning, everybody. This is the IBC preview for 2025 to tell you what's going to be happening on the Cinegy stand, what we have for you, why we are doing what we are doing, etc., etc. So without further ado, let's get rolling. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is what we're going to be talking about. That is to say, our core principles, why we do what we do, what we mean by software-defined television, the story so far, and what's on this year's stand. Many of you may be familiar with this. A few of you will be new to us and need to hear it again, and or need to hear it for the first time. So for that reason, I'll just be spending the first couple of minutes clarifying things before we get into what will be on the stand. So as I say, the first thing is our core principles. We believe that in the 21st century, video and audio are just data. As data, they belong in computers. It's an IT situation. And we've demonstrated that by providing IT solutions for broadcast now for over 2 decades. And we're still going strong. Lots of customers out there, lots of new customers coming along. It appears the argument that we make is a good one. So broadcast hardware is obsolete. The only thing that you need nowadays is a camera. And if you've got a camera with a network output, then so much the better. Everything else can be all run on a computer, run on a simple computer, and make your life a lot easier as well, for a bunch of different reasons. The way we describe what it is that we do is we describe it as software-defined television. And software-defined television looks like this. This is our software suite as it stands at the moment. That is to say, in the center we have our archive. Although it's not required for all our solutions, nonetheless it makes a good central basis for workflows to do with broadcast production, any kind of media management, storage management, etc. The archive is a very powerful tool. It talks to our Cinegy desktop. It is spoken to by our capture and convert systems, and it plays out to our blue-colored playout systems. But each of these items can be used, or each of these groups can be used on their own without using archive. Nonetheless, it's our first product, our central product, and we're very proud of it. And this year we have a new version. So to get into more detail about that, as I've already said, broadcast is an IT implementation these days, runs on common off-the-shelf hardware. In our particular case, you can run our software on a physical server in a data center or your premises. You run it on a virtual server in a data center or your premises, or you can run it in the cloud. We handle AWS, Azure, Google. We can run in local VMs. We can run in Docker containers. Wherever you need to implement it in a more modern style, we can do that. Excuse me. We also handle all the video that you're going to be coming across in the broadcast environment. So baseband, IP video in all its flavors, NDI, and even ST2110. We have automated media management, which is very important in a production environment where lots of footage is being brought in, chopped down to size, and put back out again. It's a very good idea if you can automate the back end of that so that people don't have to keep shoveling stuff onto hard drives for you. And we provide continuity through redundancy. In all of our systems, you have the possibility of running backup systems at the same time with the same content to ensure that your continuity is there. And we provide, for example, a secured playout system with a switcher in between it that can switch on a field level. So you can always be sure that your picture is on the screen where people need to see it. Advantages of this way of working are, firstly, any new technology that comes along for us is just a software upgrade. So from that point of view, the people that have been running our products since the mid-aughties, if they've needed to go up in scale or add a particular codec wrapper combination, It's just a matter of being current with us, and it's available there. Cost of entry is absurdly low, too cheap, as many people tell us, but there you go. We have modern production workflows. When they say what modern production workflows are, what we used to call tapeless workflows, but we give the possibility of implementing pretty much any workflow you like. We don't impose one. We allow people to build the ones that they need according to what it is that their KPIs, etc. are. Implementations can be flexible. Lots of stuff on one server spread across a bunch of servers, mixing a cloud, virtual, physical. This is all just IT, and nowadays there are many ways to handle that. Scalability. A core principle that we work to is scale out rather than scale up. That means to say, if you need to add more power, you can add more servers. Scaling it up simply means you put more into a single box. At a certain point, that single box will be too big and unwieldy. You don't need it. You're far better off breaking your things out into your programs out into separate servers, and then if you need more power, you simply add more servers. And there is also the notion of investment protection, because once you are in our system and you have our SLA running, the system will never go out of date. Whatever you've spent on us to get started, if you keep working with us, your software will always be up to date, and the money you've invested in it will always be put to its best use. The story so far of Cinegy, as I already mentioned, we've been doing 20+ years of digital workflows, from capture, transcoding, storage, playout, etc., etc. We have end-to-end content and metadata management throughout any workflow. We've been running network video. Our first RTP-based broadcaster has been broadcasting now for more than 20 years. And this is given, and our expertise in that area hasn't gone away in the meantime. Rather, it's been extended. So we have RTP and UDP, SRT as the new cousin that's changing the world, and of course we have the possibility of linking together NDI and 2110 or 2110 and anything. Any format, network video format that we take in, we can output in another video format. And the reason that we can do that is that our own technologies are in use. We have built them ourselves, MPEG-2, H.264, and then our own Daniel 2, plus our TS transport stream muxes that we use for bringing in subtitles, etc., etc. All of our libraries that build our content and that decode other people's content are made in-house. XDCAM, XAVC, MOV, MXF, etc. have all been developed using the SDKs and the rules of the originators of these particular formats. We can scale on the fly already, even though we've got some more news on that, but we can already scale on the fly from SD to 8K and in between, and it makes it possible for you to build your playout to your output channel with whatever input is necessary. If you're broadcasting in HD and somebody uses some 8K content, we can play it, and we can play it out in HD for you. And should you get into going up to 8K, we can also scale up to that, and we can handle 8K content, and we've been doing it for a while now. So what's on the stand this year? This is what we've been waiting for, and it's time for me to let on some stuff. The first thing is, we got this screen coming. I haven't seen it yet. I am looking very much forward to seeing it. Almost 30 square meters of 8K screen to show off what it is that we do. So partly to do with the wide variety of what we got, and partly because, of course, we can drive it at 8K without any difficulty. We have new versions to see of our old favorites, the brand shiny new Cinegy Archive and Cinegy Desktop 25. Been a long time in development, a few new wrinkles in there. For those people who've been using our stuff for a long time, you'll be relieved to know that there's nothing drastic and nothing workflow breaking in the improvements. It's the same desktop that you know and love. simply brought a little more up to date. Ditto with archive. Convert 25 and Multiviewer 25 are also there, with a few little wrinkles. I'm not going to give away all the bits and pieces that are there, because otherwise you won't come and look. So please come and look and see our new flavors. And then we have AI. I'll be talking more about that in a second, but we have a bunch of AI stuff that we've been working on, and that's going to be on the stand as well. So things that we are working on right now, the phrase "music of the future" comes from the German language Zukunftsmusik. Things that you may not, things that will be coming but aren't necessarily there yet. In our case, they are there already. Playing today are the music of the future. That's to say, our AI-generated subtitles in 100 languages, our cloud-native tools, and our branding innovations. Now, some of this stuff is, we'll be showing it, but it's not quite ready for prime time. Other things are just about ready to, well, already in use in some cases. So you can come and have a look at these things. To fill in AI, where we stand with AI as a long time IT people, we've seen this stuff coming forever. And so this is our picture of what we see, how we see it. The AI is an end result of Moore's law, which is to say, the more powerful CPUs get over time, then the more powerful they get, basically, is Moore's law. And now we've reached a point where CPUs, and more to the point, actually GPUs, are capable of doing great amounts of calculation at incredible speeds and in parallel. Means that pretty much anything that requires a lot of software power, again, you can simply scale out to meet. And out there in AI land, you have people running systems with thousands and thousands of high-end GPUs in them to get stuff done. It's also a child of the internet insofar as the ideas of AI and basically the content of AI as it stands right now has come from the internet. The things that the AI system will be telling you when you ask it stuff in ChatGPT or whatever has all been farmed from the internet anyway. So and the way it's been farmed using something called heuristics, which we may, if those of us who've done any computer stuff will know, it's the art of guessing correctly, to put it simply. It's the concept of big data, being able to put so much information in one place that you can harvest whatever you need out of it. And natural language processing. So some of us are cynical, say, you know, ChatGPT is just Google, it understands the way you speak. And that's pretty much it. It's not really intelligent yet, but what it does allow is it allows a great deal of complex operations to be handled very, very quickly, so they look simultaneous. It's a new way of working with data, and we are, all of us in the industry, in the IT business, coming to terms with what it can do, apart from the gee whiz stuff that gets onto the news shows. And the first thing that we introduced, and we already introduced it last year, is our AI-based subtitling. This is OpenAI's Whisper speech-to-text engine that we have forked and done some stuff with. It gives new workflow possibilities, because at the end of the day, we are now in a position to take any input language of any of 100 input languages and turn those into English language subtitles on the fly, with the minimum latency that you would expect for something like this. So all of a sudden the world becomes your oyster, because there's no need to worry about pulling in interpreters, translators, or whatever. If you've got content, international content that you need to assemble into something, we can subtitle that content. And we were testing it last year with Hindi, with Lithuanian. It works. So you can use it for file-based or live input. And you also run it locally. This is our fork, so there's no need to connect to the cloud to make it work. It's all runs in your house. So by all means, come and see it, test it at the stand. It's something that we're particularly proud of. Then we also have real-time video processing using AI. So we've been using, looking at the various tools that do stuff and finding out what they're useful for as far as we're concerned. So we're using real-time AI upscaling. Previous to this, our upscaling just involved a straightforward resizing of your pixels, whereas now we're doing AI upscaling to clean that picture up. SD to HD, HD to UHD. Also, real-time AI frame rate conversion. This is has long been a problem, a chimera, if you like, for us, is that time-based changes, frame rate changes, can't be done so easily just in pure software as it was. Nowadays, using AI, we can actually make that happen. We can do PAL to NTSC and vice versa in real time through our system. By the same token, we are also introducing AI deinterlacing, giving one of several possibilities for deinterlacing interlaced content until this analog legacy history interlacing stuff finally bites the dust. And all of these things will be coming to air, capture, convert, and Cinegy encode. So the possibility, for example, of taking a PAL stream and putting an NTSC stream out via encode, for instance, suddenly becomes a reality. And scan converters, well, they'll still be around for a while, but we have an alternative to that now. Now we have also our cloud native tools that we've been talking about. Cloud makes all sorts of things possible because essentially, when I talked before about just adding servers, if you're working in the cloud, just adding servers is a few clicks and a bit of extra weight on your credit card. So it makes for high-speed implementation possibilities over great scales. We've done a whole bunch of stuff with scripting and to allow creation of channels in the cloud, etc., etc. Now we're moving forward to a point where we're going to be running. We're starting to look at how Cinegy would work as a cloud native application. This means implementation of Docker, for instance, so we can run services and containers and call those as needed. It gives us the possibility of doing decentralized workflows where clients can be anywhere in the world and connect to a central server that manages everything. We now have native use of object storage of S3 buckets, which makes cloud implementations much less complex. No more need to go through gateways and stuff to make these things happen. We have an Air Cloud, which is Cinegy Air implemented as a cloud application to allow to play out from a cloud instance that will give you control on the ground of your broadcast coming from wherever it's coming from. And we also have the Cinegy Cloud Desktop, which is still in demo, but grows in magnificence every time we wheel it out. Do by all means come to see it. And for those of you who are curious, this is what it looks like at the current time. So we have, this is running in a browser window, and as you can see, we have editing, we have the timeline editor, we have the clip bins, we have the browser as we know it from Cinegy Desktop, but this is working with a cloud backend rather than a physical one. And if you look in the text in the background, you can see all the Docker containers that are being loaded to make this happen. These are running on a single machine. It's smoke and mirrors, but the principle is there. These containers can run in the cloud, and they can give you Cinegy running in a cloud. So the roadmap for us looks like this. At the moment, we're working on the server in a box principle, a box in a box. You would have your cloud instance built to model a PC of your choice, and on that PC you will run Windows, and in Windows you will be then running our applications. This will move on to, and is moving on to, a hybrid architecture structure where you would have some services working in the cloud and some working physically until we get to the cloud native implementation. The upside of all of this stuff for us is it gives us more resource management, because resource management is the keystone of IT generally. It also gives us the possibility of running different processor architectures, including RISC-based processors, etc. And it gives us a long-term target of lower watts per channel, which is something that in the modern world we should all be thinking about. The less power we can consume to bring out the things that we need, the better. So we also have on the stand Cinegy Title Studio. This is a great leap forward, as I say here, for our title product. It makes it much more flexible and in line with certain other products that are out there, but with our own particular flavor, our own particular style. It gives you a brand new way of dealing with the branding in your Cinegy Air environment. And you know, I'm not bothering to put up slides for any of this. You have to come and see it. Everybody that sees it loves it. It's been a very popular demo at NAB and at last year's IBC. So by all means, come and see it if you haven't seen it already. And with that, it's pretty much it for today. Do come and see us, stand 7, A01. We come into Hall 7 from anywhere else, and you can't miss it. It's the big one on the corner. Visit our websites. www.cinegy.com is our corporate one. Open.cinegy.com is our documentation. Have a look at the innards at github.com/Cinegy and see the demos on youtube.com/CinegyTV. If you want to get a meeting appointment, you'll be lucky. Our diary is very full. But please just drop us a message on sales@cinegy.com and let us know if we've got a day and time preference, and we'll let you know if we can work something out. Those of you who didn't see this live and are watching the video, hi, because this will be recorded and put out on our YouTube channel afterwards for everybody that didn't make it. For the rest, thank you very much for your time. I hope it's been useful to you. I very much look forward to seeing you come by our stand at IBC. And with that, I bid you all a gracious adieu.